I'm gonna show you how to make the most epic product commercials at home. But the frustrating thing about product videos and commercials is that they cost a ton of money.
Filming one 30-second ad can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I've made a substantial amount of income filming product videos by myself in my attic, and I'm gonna teach you my favorite shots and hacks on a budget. Tip number 1, just roll with it. Now this shot breaks perspective because it keeps the product in frame and the whole entire background has all the movement, so it's really trippy to watch and it's really easy to accomplish. Simply put your camera at one end of a pole and your product at the other end of the pole. Put it in the frame where you want and simply rotate the bar. In order for this effect to work, you need the background to move a little bit or else it looks like a static shot. So use smoke or something or a pattern behind it to really give it that rotating feeling. Now, if you don't have a longer lens like this 90mm macro, or maybe the product's super small, you don't need a full C-stand setup, you can easily achieve it with your Magic Arm and an iPhone holder. Tip number 2, condensation keeper. Now, when we imagine a nice, crisp, cool drink, we always think of that condensation on the outside of the can. Look at any commercial with cans or bottles, you'll always see it. So shooting without water on the can or bottle is a big mistake that I see all the time. The problem with water is that it just beads right off. Next thing you know, your shooting surface is soaked, the label is starting to rip, your shots aren't matching up. So that's why you need to get some glycerin. Mix it in to your water sprayer. And what this is going to do is that it's going to create these large beads of water that look better than just regular water. And it's going to stay on your product for a much longer time. And I don't only use it for drinks, I use it for sunscreens, beauty products, supplement companies. When you think about it, if it makes any sense to have water on it, do it. Real quick, it's been 2 days since I've sprayed this can and filmed that commercial, and it still has the condensation on it. So yeah, it really works really well. Tip number 3, bottoms up. Now, if you try to get this shot by hand, you're going to miss it almost every single time. You're going to either miss focus, it's not going to be on the right spot on the frame, and it's incredibly frustrating. So with this tip, you can nail that shot every single time. Simply grab your product and whatever it's going to take to cut the bottom off. If it's a can, it could just be a simple pocket knife, and if it's a bottle, you can find some glass cutters for pretty cheap. And once you have the bottom cut off, fix your product in one place using Magic Arm, zip ties, or whatever you might have. And now, once you have it framed properly, you know the can's not gonna move, and you can just keep pouring over and over until you get that perfect pour. And a little extra tip, go ahead and grab yourself a funnel and some tubing. It's just gonna make things a whole lot cleaner and easier to use and a lot more repeatable. Tip number 4, deflect and reflect. And this should go without saying, but you shouldn't be throwing things at your camera lens or spraying liquids or pouring them right down the lens. But if you want to get those shots where it looks like the liquid's coming right at it, or you want to throw something directly at the lens for that really in-your-face shot, then you need to get acrylic sheets. These acrylic sheets are great for getting that in-your-face shot while protecting your camera. These are also great for reflections because a mirror is just too much, or you can get some of these surfaces, but they only come in white or black. With acrylic sheets, you can easily add reflections to whatever surface you're shooting on. As you see, it's a nice, subtle reflection, and if you just go to your local dollar store and get some colored papers, you can easily change the color of your backdrop, of your setting, and still get that nice reflection. But the reason we're not doing that for this product is because wood isn't considered reflective. So yeah. Tip number 5, gone fishing. For a truly great product video or commercial, you want it to float, spin, slide, and move all on its own. Fishing line is strong, it's barely visible, it's very easy to work with, and oftentimes I don't even need to remove it in post because the audience isn't looking for it, or you can hide it behind something, and it just makes things look like they're floating and moving all on their own. You can even get a really cool pop top effect like this one, but for that effect I did have to remove the fishing line in editing, but I have a super easy and fast way to do that in DaVinci Resolve, so if you'd like a tutorial or see how to do that, let me know down below. Tip number 6, let's get ready to tumble. The truly great camera robots are a little expensive, but with just your tripod, you can easily fake that tilting kind of orbit down shot. I think it's called a tumble. The setup's super simple. Get 2 of the tripod legs and put that on your shooting surface, and then extend the 3rd leg all the way down to the ground where you want your shot to start or end. And now it's easy. Just lift up your tripod or lower your tripod, depending on the kind of shot you want. Now, if you want the shot to finish on the ground like this, but you want to avoid kind of bouncing it on the ground like that, well, to solve that, just start at the end position, move to the top, and then reverse it in post. If you want the product in the frame the whole time, make sure you put it in line with the tripod legs here. But if you want it to slowly reveal the product, then you can move it further back and get a shot that looks like this. Tip number 7, standing ovation. For product commercials and pretty much anything, you need to shoot at a lot of different angles and perspectives. And while I do love this tripod from Panetta Peak because it is much faster than your standard tripod with these locking legs, it still takes time every time you want to make sure to get it perfectly level, and you want to change your perspective, and you want to shoot straight on, and then you want to get up and get that up there and lock each leg and realize it's not perfectly balanced yet, so it still takes some time. This is probably the biggest game changer in my studio, the standing desk. With a standing desk, I'm able to move the whole scene up or down, whether it's to dial in my current framing or to get a whole different perspective while my camera stays exactly where it's at. And you can also get this really cool up or down shot where the product just slowly comes into the frame or slowly drops out of the frame, which is also called a crane shot, or a pedestal, or a jib. I like calling it a crane, so argue in the comments below what you think it's called. Now combine all those tips and you can make product commercials and make some pretty good money with commercials like this.
The 2024 Gold Medal Pale Ale. Brewed to a calculated 55 IBUs and 5.5% ABV or double nickels on the dime. Angular notes of ruby red grapefruit, sweet orange, and pine strum upon a groovy bass line of light honey and vanilla. So come to Docent and get the Gold Medal 6-pack of double nickel.
Now if you made it this far in the video, comment below and say, toodles. There's my end screen.